That's,
No, I have never had a problem with that.
thank you.
Yep.
This compliance order, what happens if they fail to comply?
If they fail to comply,
Yeah, what was
then we'll get a court order, and we'll go in there and clean it up. That's what the, request for proposal is gonna be. We gotta get a cleanup crew. So I gotta compile and put one of those together, to put it out there.
Okay.
For bidding process or however it is.
Gotcha. Okay. Anybody else? Any questions? I guess the only other question I had was the demolition and cleanup of properties.
Yeah, that's
Like,
it.
that's the same.
Yeah,
same thing?
that's the same.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So hopefully sometime maybe next week I can get something out on the website and in the paper for doing that kind of stuff.
Okay.
I don't know what my budget, we don't have a budget.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't want to get, the cost of this stuff. Because every time I go to court, it's $2,500.
Right.
So I don't have a budget and I don't want to go too high until the board of trustees or whoever is in charge of budgets makes a budget for it.
Okay. All right then. Nobody else has any questions? Then we'll move on to the Maryland Water Coordinator's report. Any questions on that? Pretty straightforward. This actually is the Ratcliffe Investments one that's in front of us.
To be scheduled. Yeah.
Okay.
This other one, Anna, where is that one?
Mechanic.
I wasn't gonna pronounce it.
That's the.
It was
one-
Starbucks.
Across from Larry, they had complaints on it.
It's the one right there by the corner of Brown and State.
Oh, that's the
The
provision.
provisioning center.
Oh,
Yep.
okay, okay, it doesn't say, I thought it was a girl. All right, thank you. That's changed names and all to that. So, thank you.
Anybody else, any questions on that then? If not, there is no trustees report, and we'll hold the Park and Rec report until the end. Move on to election of new officers and liaisons. We'll start with the chairman. Anybody have a nomination for the chairman? You nominating me? Okay, Sam nominates me, and
I second.
second, all right. I got a nomination and a second, and any further discussion? If not, all in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion carries, well, I guess it's not really a motion, nomination carries. Co-chair? Next. I will second that. Anybody disagree? No? All right, all in favor? Aye. All opposed? Will remain co-chair. And now we need to appoint a secretary. Anybody willing to either nominate themselves or have an idea of who would like to be the secretarial position?
What you said next to me.
You want me to do whatever?
Okay. Then I will support. So, any further discussion on that then? If not, all in favor? Aye. All opposed? All right, then Gloria will be our new secretary. And then, is currently it, but you said you did resign from that.
Yeah. There's no way to talk about those.
Everybody was talking, but it wasn't answered. I mean, I would be willing to take on that position if you are truly resigning from that board.
I am.
Well, I'm on the board, so I'm not gonna take it.
Do you want to take that position?
I was that before he was.
Okay.
Unless you want it.
It doesn't matter to me. I was willing to take it if you didn't want it. So you're giving it to me? All right. Then I will, anybody opposed to that? All right, all in favor then? Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. I will be the new liaison then.
So you replaced
For the time being until they appoint, if Todd's resigning, if they appoint someone, then we'll figure it out from there.
I got one later a month now. It's not believe me.
Well, I mean, board trustees hasn't had a meeting yet, right?
Right.
Since then. I think, and ultimately they're the ones that have to accept the resignation. I mean, we can acknowledge the board's resignation and all that, but we can't really accept it. All right, then with that, we'll move on to receive and set public hearings. So are the Oak Vassar LLC and Efflorescence LLC both new, or is Efflorescence a renewal?
No, Efflorescence is new processor. They have grower permits.
Okay,
They want to add processor.
gotcha, okay. So, pull up the calendar here. So, our next regular meeting is the 13th of November. So I'll make the motion to set the public hearings for Ratcliffe Investments LLC, Oak Vassar LLC, and Efflorescence LLC, special land use permits and renewals, to be held at the November 13th Planning Commission meeting that begins at 7 p.m. I have a second.
I'll second.
Todd seconds. I have a motion and second. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. So these will be at the November 13th meeting. Okay. So with that, then we will move on to at 7:12, we will open the public hearing for Camp Camden Special Land Use Permit Renewal. Anybody in the audience received notice of this renewal and wish to speak at this time? You're the owners, correct? Yeah. Yeah, if we've got questions, we'll do that at the planning commission discussion. If there is no public comment, then at 7:12, we will close the public hearing for Camden Cabot Special Land Use Permit Renewal. And at 7:13, we will open the public hearing for DRJC Holdings LLC Special Land Use Permit Renewal. Any members of the audience received notice for this and wish to speak at this time? If not, then at 7:13, we will close the public hearing for DRJC Holdings LLC, and we'll move to Planning Commission discussion action on Camden Cabot Special Land Use Permit renewal. This is just a straight renewal, yes, not making any changes, other than we did do a name change, right?
Correct.
Yep.
And a sign change.
ownership is still just Thomas
Yes.
as the. Anybody with any questions on this? If not, actually, postings, oh, yeah, question. Okay, go ahead.
This for my own personal information. So it's the same owners, but you just changed the name.
No, different owners. My father owns it. It's under my father's name.
We switched the name, we switched owners, last January-ish.
Well, they switched a couple times, people was gonna, and I just don't, keep track. And I thought it was sold once, and then they backed out or whatever. And it's just like I was
Yes, that has
talking,
happened.
I was talking to Troy about what I hear, and I just kind of,
Okay, I don't know about the previous names, but we bought it about a year ago and we changed it. Okay, and we're just into a year.
I hadn't heard that name before, and that really caught me off guard, but that's fine. I just wanted to know whether, it was a death in the family, or was it family, or was it one of the investors pulled out, and now you make a different name, whatever, like it.
Postings are done, no complaints, right?
Correct.
Then, with that, then I would make the motion to approve renewal of Camden Cabin, LLC's, medical and adult use provisioning, center, special land use permit.
One second.
I have a motion and a second, any further discussion? If not, actually, Gloria, I will let you take the lead, since you're the secretary, do a roll call vote.
Okay. Sam?
Yes.
Todd?
Yes. Devin?
Devin?
Yes.
Gloria? Yes. Bob?
All right, motion passes. You can just take the rest away with Rachel.
Thank you.
So now we'll move on to planning commission discussion of action on DRJC Holdings. Postings are made, any complaints against this?
Yes, the postings were done, no complaints.
Okay. Just a straight renewal, yes?
Correct.
Anybody else, any questions? All right, if not, then I will make the motion to approve renewal of DRJC Holdings LLC's, where is it? Medical Class A and adult use Class C special land use permit renewal.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? If not, I will need a roll call vote on this as well, please.
Bob? Gloria? Yes. Devin?
Yes.
Todd?
Yes.
Sam?
Yes.
Motion passes. We don't have any, table permit renewals that I'm aware of. So we'll move on to parks and recreation requests and liaison report. I know there is a request, just gotta find it here. It is, so they are looking to get, approval for up to $400 to buy candy, donuts, and cider for the 2 Halloween events here at the park and a trunk or treat event, which that's up at the school, correct?
Yes.
And then we do have breakdown of the
motion to accept the Parks and Rec financial report.
I'll second. Todd, seconds for motion. So I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion on this? If not, all in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. And I will get that to the supervisor. Additional business not listed. I've got Bob has submitted for, sitting on the, planning commission, so that will be handled by the board of trustees. We have two letters here. The first one is to, for Orville. Reads, due to personal reasons, I am resigning my position from the planning commission and zoning board of appeals, with this notice of resignation. He's just listing out the things that he's returning to the township. Thanks for the years of opportunity to serve, the township. Hate to see or go, but I know people can't always commit, and I think he was relocating, it says relocating here, so. It's unfortunate, but, we wish him all the best. And then, the other one here, October 1st, your members of the board, ready to formally resign my position as recording secretary for the planning commission, Parks and Recreation, and the zoning board of appeals, effective November 1st. So this is Sarah is stepping down as a recording secretary. This decision was not easy, as I truly enjoy supporting these boards and contributing to the important work being done in our community. However, with the upcoming addition of a newborn to our family, I feel I will no longer have the time necessary to fulfill these responsibilities to the standard they deserve. Please note, I will continue with my role as recording secretary for the board of trustees, with their plans to resume that position in March of 2026. I'm sincerely grateful for the opportunity to serve alongside such dedicated individuals, and thank you for your understanding during this transitional time. I wish the board's continued success moving forward. Warm regards to Sarah Ossentowski. Hate to see you leave. It's made things a whole lot easier to have somebody else recording. So board trustees, I guess based on what I'm reading here, is they're not planning to fill the position until March? Or you're gonna come back in March?
Yeah.
Okay, so have they identified a potential interim replacement?
No, it goes
Okay.
on Tuesday.
Okay. Well, then in that case, hate to see you go, but we'll welcome you back when you come back in March.
Triples, go let you come back.
Triplets. You keep those plans to yourself.
Stop that.
All right, so, the other thing that we have here is a site plan. I don't know if you wanted to go over this tonight or not.
Sure, I mean, you can look at it, it's pretty plain and simple.
Yeah.
He owns the one in Millington, just purchased that one. Wants to put in some outside storage right now, and then in the future he wants to add some more units to the property. So
Right now, there's two, he wants to go to four?
yeah,
Six. Okay.
well,
Yeah, 6 total is what he's got.
yeah, he wants to do 6 eventually, have a total of 6. Yeah, with the outdoor storage going to be moved all the way to the back.
Right.
After he adds them 4 new units, which he's not planning on doing that until next year, but he does want to start doing outdoor storage basically as soon as he can.
So is he already, so he's gonna extend the fence line.
Yep, they're going to extend the fence line.
Is the fence line currently on the property line? Or is it within the property line?
It's like within the property line.
Okay. And then, so from the property line to the fence line, he is gonna do the green belt, he's gonna plant some trees along.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I'm this, it looks like the outdoor storage he has like right up at the back property line.
Well, that's the future storage. What the storage he wants to do right now would be just right behind
Okay.
the 2 units that are there. And then when he gets ready to add the 4 more units, he'll take the outdoor storage stuff and move it up to the back.
I mean, as long as,
To where it's gonna be more secluded, I guess.
right, I guess
You know, with
the
all
only
the
thing
trees.
would be is you would have, like, we'd have to understand what the setbacks. Cause right now, the way that it makes it look is he's planning on putting it right on the property line, which, on the back, basically the back property line, which you wouldn't be able to do.
The fence.
I mean, the way that he's got it drawn up here, if I'm reading this correctly, he's got it like right on the back property line.
Oh yeah, he's gotta have room for the trees, is that what you're saying?
Well, I mean, he's gonna have to have setback for the storage. I mean, the fence could be on the property line, but he's gonna have to have some sort of setback for like the outdoor storage, I would think.
Even on the side too.
Yeah.
The side is right to the line too. So every side.
Is that all clear already?
You gotta have the
Or is it
setbacks,
clear?
he's gotta have the setbacks for a fence?
No, for the building.
Oh, yeah.
For the buildings,
The building.
I would even think where, like, whatever padding he's gonna put
Those,
in
what
there.
you're looking at right there, the little rectangle things?
This is the outdoor storage. Yeah, I know that. What I'm saying is like,
Oh, I thought it was building.
No, the buildings are set back, wait,
Center
yeah,
line.
they're set back.
what's he gonna put out, like, I guess my question there would be is when he does this,
Uh-huh.
is he gonna put down like a gravel pad out there? If he is,
I think it's.
then my feeling would be is that gravel padding couldn't go right up to the property line. You'd have to follow essentially the same setbacks, so like that outdoor storage is not right up tight against the property line on the fence. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so you want him 15 feet back with the gravel.
Yeah,
It says right here, outdoor storage will be gravel pad.
yeah.
And it says right here, whatever this 218A limestone is, I'm sure Bob knows.
Yeah.
So just bring that up to where it's like 15 feet.
Yeah, I mean, I would have all the outdoor storage area at least at the setback limits,
Okay.
instead of having it right up to the property line.
Okay.
Like, I don't care, I guess I don't care if he puts the fence, because we've discussed that, I don't care if he puts the fence right on the property line, but like any improvement like that, I would say it should be back from the property line a little bit. Because, I mean, essentially, if he puts that gravel right up to the road where you've got the fence, like that whole thing could,
Yeah.
if somebody took that fence down, that whole area could now be an entry and exit off of that private drive. And I don't think the neighbors will necessarily,
And it doesn't need to be.
does it go back that far? I guess, yeah, it doesn't go back quite that far, but,
Okay, no, that's fine.
yeah. And then there's already existing tree line there, right?
Yeah, but he's got there is already some trees there, but he wants to add, trees.
Yeah, I mean, that would be the only thing there with where he's got the outdoor storage.
Yeah.
Actually, he would have, I mean, it's the minimum of the 10 feet he would have to be off of for Greenbelt, because he abuts all that residential property that's to the south. So he'd have to continue the Greenbelt along that side, so he wouldn't be able to put the fence.
He's got the fence on the property line. And then the pad comes in 15 feet.
Talking here.
When you were saying like different entrance exit, is it?
I was thinking that this, when he gravels this in, it would be on the private drive. The private drive stops up here. What I'm saying is,
Now they gotta come in the regular drive.
what I'm saying is right now, with where he's got the outdoor storage, right, to the south of that is residential property.
Right.
Abutting commercial. So he still has to continue the 10-foot green belt
Yeah,
all along there. So he would have 5 feet between that green belt and that, where he could actually do all of this stuff. He would still, so if you put the fence on the property line, it would be inside the green belt. He would still, I think he has to put that fence inside the 10 foot. I think. or the fence is the blockage. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but I don't know if it reads like that.
Question.
Yeah.
I was on the impression, that if it's a driveway can be on the property line. There's not a setback for the driveway, just like.
No.
No?
That's not.
No, if no, that's not the way the print is, but my point is, if he turns that into a driveway and comes down behind the fence, he could have his buildings and he still would be back from the fence with enough. I don't know why he has to spend money for the whole gravel there and then put that in if.
But he has to have a 10-foot green belt.
Not as a driveway. If it's.
But what you're talking about, like if you made this all gravel, and if the road extended back here, which it doesn't, it ends right at that first house, right? So it would basically end where he wants to start the outdoor storage. But if he made that whole thing gravel and it touched the road, I mean, that's like a, 100 plus foot of driveway on the road, like that wouldn't fly.
No, he's not putting it.
Right, yeah,
I was just kind of curious, because I thought the driveway could run right down the property line, I didn't realize there was.
You would have to talk to the road commission about that, I don't know, they're the ones.
That's not the state, I'm saying on a private where it's going back in, he's not on the road,
Oh, yeah.
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
I'm not saying on the road, but I'm saying
On the private road.
on the private side of his property, away from the county right of way. He could put a road all the way to the back of that.
Yeah, I don't think he wants to do that, he wants
I'm
like
just-
one point of entry, you know.
yeah, one
More security.
Yeah, because he's gotta put,
Yeah.
you know, the security pad,
But the only thing that I can see is the way that he's got it drawn, is that you'd still have to have the green belt, and I mean, unless you're counting the fence as the green belt, which we could
well, the
do.
green belt's gonna be between the fence and the pad.
Well, right now, he's got it on the one side, on the side with Sunset Drive, he's got the fence running around the trees on the one side, and then the side, that would be abutting
He's got
the
the
properties on Haynes.
He's got the tree
He's got those inside the fence line on the north side.
and the south side.
No, he stops.
No, on the south side, it's outside the fence line. If the red line is the fence line.
Do you see it?
I see it, but I see the fence line goes down the side of the road.
Once you get back to where he's got the outdoor storage. Or you're saying that blue line, no, the blue line is the lot lines.
Yes.
As it goes to the middle of the road. The red line that he has runs right alongside the existing dirt path, right? Then it runs down and you see where he's got a bunch of little green X's and then it juts back, jogs south. So there's trees outside the fence line along Sunset, but on the north side, with the properties that come off of Haynes Road, he's got the fence and then the trees inside the fence instead of the trees being on the outside of the fence for the 10-foot. Here, I'm just gonna come over to you.
To see what Bob.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Driving this.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, he doesn't have
Right, you're talking about
right here. So, no, not right here. So right here, like on the drawing that I've got, that's outside the fence line. Over here, if the red line is the fence line, which you don't have on here,
Oh, well, that's probably why I don't have it.
yeah,
If
the
I don't
red
see it.
line he has here, so he's got the trees here. And then here, he's got the trees inside the fence line, which doesn't work. He's got to put the fence on the other side of the tree line.
So you want the green,
The greenery on the outside of the fence.
one on the outside?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the 10-foot green belt to the abutting residential properties,
10 foot, okay.
that is in the ordinance. his trees would be on the outside of the fence, his fence would be on the inside, and then it takes care of some of this other problem, potentially. But on where he's got the outdoor storage on the south side,
Yeah,
he's got that right up to the property line. He needs to continue that green belt all the way back because
Oh, yeah, I
all
see.
of that property to the south is residential. So he has to continue the green belt, the 10-foot green belt, all the way down the side of the property.
okay. I see where you're, looking at this. Yeah, but he's not doing this right now.
Right,
He's
but
doing this
if,
first one.
that's fine, but
Right.
when
but
he makes,
gets
when he
ready to
makes
do the
these
second-
changes,
When he gets ready to do the second one, then he's gotta come in with another.
well,
one.
even if he's gonna increase the fence line as is today, he's gotta maintain that 10-foot. Like, so, any amount of increase, he's gotta maintain that 10-foot green belt to the north, which is not what he's got laid out here.
Do you have both copies?
I don't have both copies, I only
I
got
only
this
sent
one.
you one copy?
I only got this one that's got the red.
Oh, yeah, you're kidding. You should have got two copies on there. One is a, here we go, I'll just print some more.
Yeah, the only thing I got in the email was the future site plan, which shows all the buildings and.
Yeah, that's the second one.
I mean, it doesn't change the discussion, like, he still, like, those things still need to happen. But if he's got a different plan to start, it just means that now he's still gotta put that green, that 10-foot.
Well, let's look at this one.
To the north.
How you only got one, they were both the same email.
Yeah, I always saw the one. While we're waiting for Troy on that, the other things that are in your packet are, example ordinances, for the things that Troy brought up at the zoning meeting, just to look over. One is, for accessory dwelling units or, mother-in-law suites. The other one was for short-term rentals, and I can't remember what their, plan, tiny home development plan unit. So just take a look at those, and keep them in mind for consideration as we're going through the zoning ordinance. So he has,
This one looks better.
yeah, he has the actual trees on the property line and then the fence inside.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
You're right.
So when he extends this back though, to make more room, basically that south green belt.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's 10 feet from the road or not, where he's got it right now, but he has to maintain that 10-foot green belt all the way back
Right.
on that south side, and same with the north side.
Right.
That's, like, as long as he knows that when he goes for planning purposes, like. 'cause
Oh, I'll
right-
let him know, and then I'll have him bring me back a new one of these,
Yeah.
with his,
the future plan development.
well, with the correct way. So he's got the distance in there for his green belt and stuff. And then when he gets ready to do his stage 2, then I'll have him come back with an updated one.
Okay. So now looking at the initial plan, the part 1 plan, anybody see any issues with that?
That's strange, you didn't get that.
I mean, it's used by right, so basically we're just saying like, yeah, does he meet everything else? It shows that he's putting in green belts, which is gonna be required. I think before, if I remember correctly, you said the neighbors didn't care to have the green belt previously. I think when we talked.
Yeah, I can't remember how that
Something like
conversation went, but it was something like that. I don't remember how that conversation went.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, so he's gonna be making changes. We should have the green belt to maintain that, so folks.
I'll have him come in for the next meeting and with it, explain everything, you know, to you, and you can explain everything exactly, but yeah, the green belt is definitely gonna be, inside the fence that I know of.
Yeah, it should be outside the
It
fence.
shouldn't be outside the fence,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
That's the okay, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll plan to have further discussion on this at the November 13th meeting then. Sure.
Yeah, we'll just go ahead and do that.
Okay. Alright, so like I said, the other things were, tiny home plan redevelopment, accessory dwelling units, which there is a piece already in the zoning ordinance for accessory dwelling units. And then, short-term rental licensing ordinance. I believe the short-term rental licensing ordinance, that is more of a general policing ordinance, so that would be something that the board trustees would ultimately act on. But we can give them our feedback on that, just like we're doing with dangerous buildings. Accessory dwelling units, I would just take a look at that and compare it to what we have in the zoning ordinances now, and see if there's anything that we want to beef up in there. And then the tiny home plan unit developments, take a look at that and figure out what makes sense. I think in the zoning ordinance currently, it's not a planned unit development, but it's called like cluster housing, where you have a bunch of open space and then you can put some housing together. This might be something that fits into that, as a potential option to allow people to almost create a community with these tiny houses. So just something to look at, and consider. I don't know that we'll be able to pop it in right away, but we can make some minor changes, if it makes sense.
On the net,
On the zoning ordinances.
Right.
Yep.
which is, what?
And then the next, so yep, that was what I was gonna get to next. So our next meeting for that will be on the 23rd. So our next meeting for zoning ordinance review will be on the 23rd of October, and that will be at 7 p.m. And then I don't have anything else unless anybody else has something they needed to cover tonight that we didn't have in the agenda.
I just, the playground over there is awesome. You guys got everything, like I said, it's like almost feels like we're walking on a big mat with the soft it is, so
Very cool.
looks good.
Good, I'm glad it turned out nice. All right, so if there's no additional business, then public comment.
Oh, I have a public comment.
Yeah, sure.
So, I would like what your thought is on carports. Do you feel that them steel carports are permanent structure or movable structure?
I mean, I guess it would depend on how it's installed and the
Or
construction
if it's
style.
if it's setting on the ground. I have a resident that wants to put a carport up, but he doesn't have the setback on on the rear of the, where he's,
Where he wants to put it.
yeah, he is saying that the manufacturer is saying, well, they're not permanent structures, they're movable structures, blah, blah, blah. So, as I told him, he's gotta meet the 15-foot setback.
I mean,
And so,
I guess the question would be, does the ordinance say that accessory buildings have to meet the setbacks as well, or is there a different setback requirement for accessory buildings? Because it's not like, I mean, I guess you'd almost have to treat it like a barn or something, even though.
It's 12 foot by 32 foot, I think. So it's pretty big, I think.
Yeah, it's big.
Right on property line like that, that's not.
Well, that's the question, does the ordinance say that accessory buildings, because it's not part of the building, so, and like a barn or a shed or like that, does the ordinance,
It's gonna be a building, he's gonna use it for storage, cover.
Well, yeah, I think he's gonna park his motorhome.
Whatever you're parking in is still the same thing as if
Yeah.
it was a pole barn or whatever, it's a
Right.
structure.
yeah, but
Whether
then,
whether
like,
it's attached to the ground or not, if it's just sitting on there, I mean, if he's got a cement slab there and he's gonna set it in the cement, then it's permanent, but if it's just the aluminum carport, I would say, I mean, you can pick them up and move them, I mean,
Yeah, I know.
yeah, I mean, but then, like you were saying, that the driveway could be right on the property line. I mean, if he's parking his RV right on the driveway, right on the property line, I mean, it's no different, that's why I'm curious, like, I don't know if our ordinance today outlines how close accessory buildings can be. I wanna say in the new ordinance, that there is, like, and it's closer than what the permanent structure setbacks are, but it's not, but there is still a setback, I think it might be half the distance, like, it might be, but it might also be if it's like up against an alleyway or something like that, like where there's like something separating the next property.
Right, he's just going, it's just, like,
I mean,
3 foot from the rear property line is where he, wants to put
Which
it.
could be right, maybe the people looking out their back window or looking to their woods or something, and you have that right there, that's a big wall, I don't know,
I don't know, he claimed that he asked the lady that owns that property, and she said she didn't mind. But,
it's not gonna be attached to any other building or nothing.
no, it's a freestanding.
Let's see.
I mean, I have two of mine, and one of them is cemented and the other one just sits there. It's been there for years.
I don't have a problem with it, they just have the right setback.
So
That's just only me.
I'm just trying to see in the zoning ordinance, so I can search it on here. If there's if we call out differences for accessory buildings. Residential occupancy in that buildings under completed dwellings, not allowed. Commercial, non-conforming lots of record, site plan. Building and secondary main use of premise. Yeah, I mean, I don't see that we call it out any different, so I mean, I guess I would fall back to, like Bob was saying then, is that you follow what the setbacks for any structure on the property would be,
Yeah.
which would be, if it's 15 feet or whatever off the back property line, or 10 feet, whatever that is.
15 feet.
Yeah, I would say you probably have to fall into the same, if we don't differentiate those types of structures,
Yeah,
like, then it just says structures must be built,
Yeah.
even if
You
it's
make it a
temporary.
little shorter, maybe.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Is the narrow end at the back, or is it the length?
Yeah, the narrow end is gonna be to the back, and,
Maybe, and whatever.
yeah, so.
I mean, even being a temporary structure, I mean, it'd be no different than, like, if you wanted to put it underneath the power line, right? Like, the DTE or consumers or whatever would be like, well, you can't put it there, I don't care if it's a non-permanent structure or not, you can't put it there, right?
They came right up there by Akron, moved that pole barn, that guy built the whole pole barn, cement floor, everything.
Yeah.
Too close to the power lines, and they come in and took it right out.
So I mean, if, yeah, I guess, yeah, I would look at the way the ordinance is worded, if it just says structures in general, then I would fall back to that,
Okay.
so.
Okay, I will let him know.
Make a motion to adjourn. From the public comment.
I'm done.
Okay, I will second the motion to adjourn. Any further discussion on the motion?
Motion to adjourn.
Not, yeah, if not, all in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion carries, meeting adjourned.